the University of Bolton Stadium. Hennessy Sports, in association with VIP Boxing, Voltarol, the joy of movement, and Infinitum now bring you a scheduled 10 rounds of boxing. This bout for the English Super Middleweight title eliminator. Firstly, to make his ring walk to the blue corner, bringing with him a perfect professional fight record from Ashton-under-Lyne, Charlie Schofield.
Charlie Schofield then makes his way to the ring. 15-0 so far. An eliminator this for the English super middleweight title. Two fighters who want to make their mark, making their way up the boxing ladder, want to make their mark on each other as well. It is a local derby and Charlie Schofield looks ready for it, doesn't he?
And now to make his ring walk to the red corner, from Darwin, Lancashire, Ellison!
The demolition man, Mickey Ellison. And what he's been saying before this is fascinating in the context of the fight, because he lost last time against Jack Sellers. He lost it by a single point, and he has said quite specifically, I'm not losing on points this time. He's sick of that. He's going to be more progressive, more all action, and it could make for a mini classic here. Schofield against Ellison.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time now for the battle of the Northwest Boxers. Hennessy Sports now bring you a scheduled 10 rounds of boxing. This bout for the English Super Middleweight title eliminator. Timekeeper ringside is Gary Grennan from Burnley. Upon the sound of the bell, the third man in the ring is also the scorer of this contest, shutting on the distance. Introducing the man in charge, star referee Phil Edwards from Preston. Boxing out of the blue corner, officially on the scales at 12 stone even. Wearing the white shorts trimmed with blue this evening. 15 fights as a professional boxer, 15 victories, one going inside the scheduled distance. Boxing out of Ashton-under-Lyne, introducing Charlie Schofield. And boxing out of the red corner, scaling at 11 stone, 12 pounds, 12 ounces, 11 fights, 9 victories, 2 finishing by way of KO, 2 defeats on his record, wearing the blue and green shorts. And boxing out of Darwin, Lancashire, introducing Mickey Ellison! Referee Phil Edwards with his final instructions.
Okay, gentlemen, you've had your instructions in the dressing room. You know what I expect of you. Follow my instructions at all times. Defend yourselves at all times. Touch gloves, good luck.
Well, they're on a similar circuit. They say they've seen each other around the gyms. They've never sparred, these two. Much taller Charlie Schofield in those white and blue shorts. Mickey Ellison in the more colourful ones. Ashton-under-Lyne against Darwin here in Bolton. Who can get on top early here? Schofield, remember, 15-0 to this point. Ellison with a couple of defeats, but both of which he felt he could have won and maybe should have.
Schofield, the taller man here. Again, Dave, and Ellison He knows that he's got to try and get inside the longer reach of his opponent. That's why he's on that front foot. And Charlie Schofield just sitting back, waiting for his opponent to come into range. He's just trying to pepper him with that jab.
Jab to the body early on there, Ellison. 2 knockouts on his record. I'm not sure he quite justifies the Demolition Man nickname, but he goes with it anyway. 2 very likeable fighters, these. Again, a lot of support. That's been a theme so far tonight as Ellison misses with that wild right hand over the top. Good work there from Ellison.
Yeah, better approach there. Just from the gas a little bit. And I think if he waits, it'll suit Schofield just to slow the pace down a little bit. You can see the attacks come in and bring him onto his work. So Ellison, I think he's just got to up that pace a little bit, go through the gears, up the tempo. Certainly that double jab right hand is a must for him. And Schofield, as I say, he's got to concentrate on keeping his punches nice and straight.
Admire a real fighting man, Richie, and as I said at the start, I like that from Mickey Ellison. Lost by a point last time, dropped a couple on points. I'd rather get knocked out than lose on points this time. I'm going to go in there and really go for it. Good attitude to take in as long as you don't go crazy with it. Combination there from Schofield. Right hand to the body from Ellison. It's a very tight opening round, and if we do go the distance here, these little moments all the way through, peppered through, are going to be key.
Slowing down.
We'll listen to the corners now.
Every shot you throw into there.
Elite gym in Bolton with
good round.
Mickey Ellison.
Now you can keep that up for 10 rounds, can you? Yeah. All right. Well, don't waste punches. Yeah. Do not waste punches. Yeah. All right. Big deep breath. That's good. Bend a bit more. Every time you bend, you've got it like that.
Straight right hand over the top, okay? Don't nothing stupid, just keep warming into the fight, okay?
Charlie Schofield.
2 deep breaths. For your lungs, yeah? Yeah? That's how you feel, okay? Keep them feints going and keep working after them feints all the time. That jab's key, okay?
Second down, round 2.
So round 2. Mickey Ellison in those blue and fluorescent shorts, and Charlie Schofield 15-0 in this local derby here in Bolton. Tight opening round, and you just get the feeling, Richie, it might be one of those fights. Very tight.
It was a very close round indeed. Had it even, to be quite honest. It could have gone either way. Good start from both boxers. Ellison on that front foot. Got to move the head a little bit more. Occasionally when he quickens those feet, he has better success. But Schofield, I think, is controlling it very well from the outside. Like I say, if the pace is slow, that will suit him. You can see the attacks coming. You can bring Ellison onto that jab. That's why Ellison's got to move the head, quicken the feet, close the gap, and then work on the inside. Is that better? See, that's what he's got to do. But that first round was very close.
Ellison's other defeat against Carl Wilde back in April 2017 in Manchester. leave anything in there tonight. Ellison, certainly the aggressor in terms of the forward movement. Schofield happier on the back foot, using those feet pretty well.
Yeah, and he's just throwing a punch there that he's got to concentrate probably a little bit more on in Schofield, the right uppercut. When you're tall and rangy like he is, obviously your main weapon is the jab. It does everything. It sets up all your work, especially your more powerful punch, which is the rear hand. But obviously it's the judgment of distance. If the opponent is shorter, then if he closes that gap down and gets past that jab, then you have to then defend maybe with that right uppercut. You bring that second line of attack through, which is going to be the right uppercut. It's something you have to develop as well as the jab, because the jab sometimes, if the opponent's coming forward, he's going to slip it, he's going to come forward, he'll close that gap down, so you've got to bring him on then for another shot. A lot of the times if they're dipping the head down, it's the right uppercut.
Interesting nuances that you have against fighters' records. Schofield, great looking record, but tonight the first time he's fighting someone who doesn't have a losing record, and certainly his hardest night to this point, but that's good work from Schofield towards the end of this second round. Here's Schofield again. Let's have a listen.
Now. 2 deep breaths. Okay? Listen to me. You stay nice and relaxed and keep behind that jab and stick to your box and understand me. Listen to me shouts, mate, right? Nice work. He's gassing now, right? He's getting heavy. So he's going to call me silly shots. You keep your composure and keep discipline.
Slightly better work from Schofield in this round. There's that right uppercut we spoke about. And that was a peach of a punch. Best shot of the round for Schofield. He worked well with his jab. There it is there from another angle, but that's good work, and then just keeps your man at bay. Just brings him onto that punch.
You're going on the back foot too much. Hold your ground. Let's start pushing him back a touch.
You are going to get to him, but not if you're loading up. Catch and jab. When you're on the inside, hit the body, yeah? Catch and jab, you're looking good. Come on.
Seconds out, round 3.
Interesting in the Schofield corner to hear them saying they thought that Ellison was already starting to run out of gas. Look for signs of that. Might just be to give their man a bit of confidence, of course. A lot of psychology goes on in those corners.
One of the main jobs. Oh!
Good right hand from Ellison.
That was a belting shot over the top, wasn't it?
Cleanest shot of the fight so far, that. In terms of a power shot, anyway. They told Schofield to stay off the back foot and try and get on the front foot, and he paid the price for it a little bit there.
He just took his eye off just a lapse in concentration and just held his feet probably a little bit longer than what he should have. Just allowed Ellison then just fast injection of pace and whip that right hand over, looking for it again. This is when Schofield has got to stand in more central in the ring, stay out of those corners, off those ropes, but it's better work from Ellison.
Give him confidence as well if he was starting to blow a little bit. There are no real signs of that. Just gives you that little injection. He's starting to enjoy it now. Ellison, little smile on his face as he keeps coming forward. Good quality though from Schofield.
I think Ellison though, Dave, he's probably sensing that he's getting caught at long range, and he's realising himself. You learn as you go through a fight. You pick up things, and he's learning that he's got to get closer to his opponent here. That's why you see him coming forward. He just knows that he's got to get up to Schofield. He's being picked off when his feet are slow, and there's no head movement. That's why he knows that's where he's got to be, working the body.
No question that Schofield is the classier looking of the two. From that range, those long levers, but Ellison wants to make a real fight of this, and there's quality in his work as well.
That was good from Schofield then, Dave. Excellent long range work. There's that uppercut there, and the jab is just keeping Ellison at bay. You see Ellison now coming forward. It's a cracking contest, this.
A good combination to the body there from Ellison, and the right hook, and mixed up the levels well there. many doors can open to the winner of this eliminator for the English super middleweight title. If that can lead somewhere, if you win that, I don't know where you might end up as you try and move up the levels and get better as a fighter.
Tired, yeah, at the end you forced him to work. All right, you've got to listen to me. You're trying to knock him out too early. It's a championship eliminator. That means we've got 10 fucking rounds, yeah? You need to listen to me. You've got to jab your way in. Jab your fucking way in. When you're touching him, you're feeding him up. Then you're hitting him. Because when you're walking in, it's just...
The good shots here. This one over the top from Ellison. That double jab to the body, that just takes the attention away from that right hand that's coming to the temple. There it was there, whipped it over. Just set up with that double jab to the body. Good work there from Ellison.
Straight shots and out. Fourth round, come on now, well done.
Apologies for the language. By the way, for you sensitive souls, of course, a lot's on the line and trying to get a message across. Got that crucial minute in between rounds. You can't expect quiet, boys. Message to Ellison was clear. Take a couple of the words out. Very much try and set up your shots, try and take your time, try and box a bit more sensibly and don't load up too much.
Well, his corner said you're trying to knock him out too early, so they want him to get back to his boxing. He showed signs in that previous round, that double jab especially. There it is again, look, just fell short, but nevertheless, just a better approach, double jab, quicken the feet, close the gap. That's what he's got to do, a little bit more head movement.
With accuracy there, found his range, didn't he, Schofield?
Yeah, good work that is from range again, just peppering him with the jab, you see. Good boxing there from Schofield. He's going to stay off the ropes though, he has.
You feel, don't you, when you watch them stylistically, that Schofield could outbox Mickey Ellison. Feels like he's got the ability to do it, but Ellison is so game and decent fighter himself, and he's making it his kind of fight, and Schofield has to try and turn the start of the fight his way.
Well, this round up to now, Schofield's boxing better at range, isn't he? But again, look at Ellison, he's realising that, and that's why he knows he's got to get up to him, get up close. And that's the shot, that right hand over the top. It's well blocked there, but that's the approach. Use the jab, doubling up, fast feet in. Two different agendas for boxing for both of them here.
Yeah, it's a really good clash of styles, this. I know a lot of you like to sit at home and score and compare what you've done to Richie and to Bill Edwards at the end of it. It's a difficult one. It's an interesting one to score. It's one of those you could have plenty of different opinions about. It might come down to what you like. One of them doesn't take over. Watching the end of the fourth of 10. A little bit of marking there on the face of Ellison. Keeps coming forward though. Putting a lot of pressure here on Charlie Schofield. That's better work from him.
Yeah, I'm telling you now, right? He's tiring. All right, get him back. Keep making him work, keep touching on your way in like that. It's only when you miss with a right hand that you're leaving yourself open.
I thought it was a better round for Schofield, to be quite honest. It was a close round, again, there's nothing in it. Ellison keeps coming forward. I thought the better boxing was done from Schofield at distance and at range. keeping that gap, maintaining it.
Keep moving your feet. He's getting frustrated.
Well, all these rounds, Dave, they're very close.
He's going to catch you with anything, right? So you've got
Have a look at Richie's scorecard in a couple of rounds' time.
Get your feet in and work that right hand. Right? No straight lines, just step off. Right? Every time you go, step off. If you want to just touch him with a jab. Right? Don't let him back
Trained by
into
Rob
it now.
Rimmer there from the Phoenix gym.
Seconds out. Round 5.
Halfway at the end of this round. How have you got it? How's Phil Edwards got it? Interesting to hear Alex Matvienko say in the Mickey Ellison corner that Schofield's gassing now. That both saying that about the opponent.
All the jobs of the coach in the corner, Davies, to motivate their boxer. Give him tactics, yes, but motivate him, try and lift his spirits a bit. Tell him that the opponent's tiring. Just give him the edge. Better start to the round here from Ellison. When he quickens up his feet, he's much better. It's when he slows the feet down that allows Schofield just a pep. Look, see again, pop that jab out. See, that's mainly because Ellison's feet have slowed there. Up until then, he started to move his feet a little bit quicker, but as soon as he slows his feet down, it allows Schofield then just to pick him up.
That's a good right hand from Schofield. Noticeable that Ellison's using that jab, but more in this 5th round. Once this fight is done, Charlie Schofield is going to undertake the arduous or enjoyable task of looking at wedding venues with his fiancée Emma. Leave it up to you to decide whether to enjoy that or not. Plenty of you will have experience of it, I'm sure. Another close round here. Good right hand from Ellison, finding his range here in round 5 again. Schofield responding.
I think for the most part of this round, Dave, Schofield boxed well on that back foot. A little bit of success there for Ellison, but I think Ellison, he may start taking a few more risks coming forward because range is slipping away from him, I feel. And when he knows he's being outboxed, that's when he gets on that front foot. You see, that's a little bit better, closing the gap down. That's what he needs to be doing.
Clean left hand there from Ellison. Schofield landing plenty, but Ellison is as well. You say, cracking little local derby, domestic fight this. Closing seconds of round 5. Aggression of Ellison, the style of Schofield.
Breathe. Breathe a bit. Right, breathe.
Well, it's close, isn't it? Well, each round, you know, both boxers are having their little spurts here. Ellison's on that front foot. I thought for the majority of the round, though, Schofield handled it quite well at distance. Ellison coming forward here, though, tries to land that right hand. But Schofield himself, look at that, double jab right hand. He just maintains that gap again. That was that little period where Ellison just held his feet.
It's giving him something to think about. You can't step off.
Well, I've got this man in front, but these rounds are close.
Rush and get inside and try and land them big fat shots. Yeah?
Now just touch him more.
Wonder halfway, is it now settled into a pattern, or can either of the fighters do something to change that? And which way is the tide going anyway? Second half of this really tight fight. Thumb shield of Mickey Ellison is out.
Well, what I can see changing, Dave, is what I said earlier about Ellison may just take a few more risks. He may feel that, like I say, he's being outboxed at range, so he might have to go forward and really get to his man and sustain the pressure a little bit, double up the attacks and really try and put Schofield under the cosh a little bit more. But by taking the risks, obviously, against a much taller man who's got a good jab, good straight right hand and right up, but also he might walk onto a few more. It's warming up for the crack of this one.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? The pace has just gone up a little bit. Talking of those risks for Mickey Ellison, as I mentioned at the start, he said he'd rather get knocked out, he'd rather take a risk to win than lose again on points. Every time Charlie Schofield looks up, Mickey Ellison standing in front of him.
I think he's controlling it fairly well, though, to be quite honest, Schofield. Again, Ellison just boxing in spurts. Needs to sustain the pressure a little bit more. The odd feint to the body and then try and whip the right hand over. So feint that jab to the body, whip that right hand over occasionally. But again, he's coming forward in straight lines there. And Schofield, I think, he's maintaining the gap, you see, with Schofield. And he's handling these attacks from his opponent.
He's maybe just starting to take over now, Schofield. Again, he's showing good variety in those punches. Works the personal trainer, Charlie Schofield. He's known very well for living the life outside the ring. The durability here isn't going to be an issue with him. Lightest he's been is 12 stone 7. Very, very fit. Marking under that right eye of Schofield. He's the one now, maybe looking to step it up and inflict some damage. Back comes Ellison, though. He's not going away.
No,
Final 10 seconds of round 6.
He's a tough kid, Ellison, no doubt. He's taking shots as he's coming forward. Needs to move his head more. But yeah, he's game and he's very tough indeed.
Pushing out those punches a little bit there. I wonder if he is starting to tire a bit, and Schofield might feel he can start to take over.
Schofield working well here at range, long left hook to the body there. And working well behind his jab, there's that left hook, and then just finishing on that jab and back to the safety distance. Boxed very well in that round.
He's going in. That's his last big fucking round. He might come out slump for another minute.
Okay, listen, he's going to come out of a first good half and then he's gassing and tiring. So you just got to survive that first couple of and first two. Keep touching. Bang that right hand every time.
When you hit him with that right hand, hit him with something again, yeah?
Come downstairs as well.
Hit him with something again.
Four rounds to go. Winner of this will get a chance at the English super middleweight title. Means a lot to these fellas. Try and drag themselves up that boxing pyramid. Mickey Ellison in the blue and bright green shorts, and Charlie Schofield, the white and the blue.
Stop boxing, stop boxing. Stop boxing. Time out.
Little word there from Phil Edwards to Mickey Ellison.
Contests like this as well, Dave, sometimes it's what the judge or the referee prefers. Does he like this front foot pressure from Ellison, or does he prefer the boxing on the outside of Schofield? I think Schofield's here in front now, to be quite honest, but like I say, a lot of the rounds have been close. There could have been a couple of 10-10s in there.
Shield's come out again here. Mickey Ellison. Schofield again, to get out of that corner, but defending well and boxing well off that back foot. Good work from Ellison. This time, getting a little bit scrappy as Schofield's gum shield comes out. I don't think it's anything as cynical as they both want a breather here. I think it just happened naturally.
Yeah, it was a good injection of pace there from Ellison. He started to work a little bit harder, put Schofield under a little bit of pressure. That's what's needed from him.
Good shot to the body there from Schofield, that left hand. The knees of Ellison just sunk there. He's still breathing heavily from that. Schofield sensed it there for a moment as well. That took though from Ellison. And a right. It's a terrific fight now as we head deep in the 7th.
Right at the end of the round, then Ellison catches Schofield with a good shot. But Schofield has boxed well here. He's boxed excellent. Well, yeah, he's just been caught with a good shot, has Schofield. But this is cracking stuff.
Ellison just keeps coming forward here. Almost force of will from Mickey Ellison. Desperate not to be denied again. Uppercut there, the shot that you like for Schofield, then a left to the body from Ellison.
For the jab because his feet are getting slower. He's only struck after a good rest. So after he's done his work, he's got to hit his body and be in front of it.
Good work again there from Schofield. There was a period in this round where he dominated at range. Some good work from him. Ellison came back towards the end of the round. And again, it's another close one. But Schofield there boxed well at range, maintained the gap, working with that jab. Then Ellison there's that right hand. He caught him right towards about 20 seconds or so towards the end of the round. Bolton shot there from Ellison.
7th round, round 8.
3 rounds to go. Chance to give yourself a shot at something approaching the domestic big time. Charlie Schofield in the white and blue, and Mickey Ellison, game as you like, in the blue and fluorescent shorts here, and Ellison is going to keep going for it.
Yeah, new lease of life for Ellison. That's mainly, I think, become because of that right hand he delivered towards the end of the last round. He caught Schofield with a good shot. It's just give him a new lease of life in this round, the confidence, and he needed it. A lot of the rounds have been close. I think Schofield's ahead, Dave, but he might not be ahead by much. It's what people prefer, what judges prefer.
It would be more interesting, wouldn't it, if we had 3 judges, actually, because it could easily be one of those ones that had a bit of disparity in it, but it is just Phil Edwards who'll be keeping score here. Good combinations there from Schofield. Halfway through this 8th round. force of will of Ellison, though, just keeps him coming. And the conundrum's the same. The better quality work of Charlie Schofield, the sheer doggedness, determination, come forward spirit of Mickey Ellison. That is the equation that you're trying to work out on your scorecards at home, and we are here ringside too. Most importantly, Phil Edwards is, and he's got the best view of all of us.
The better technique has come from Schofield, but Ellison, you know, he's got those untrainable qualities, hasn't he? That will to win, that sheer desire, he's got them. Just keeps coming forward, believing he can win. It's such an exciting contest, Dave, this.
It's never caught fire in terms of knockdowns and that sort of thing, but has an intrigue all of its own because they're both throwing absolutely everything into it. And there's great respect between them as well. It might be a local derby, but it's not a silly one. Both desperate for the win, though. Big chance for them. Another tight round. Schofield started it better. Ellison has kept coming.
Come on now. 2 rounds. Look at me. Look at me. 2 fucking rounds. You've got to listen. Right? 2 rounds. Do you want this? Do you want it? Right? You can show me you want it. Yeah? You can show me you want it.
Got it again. What's he got? I focus on breathing now because I need 2 good rounds, but not loading up, just going. Stand, and get your feet in. Alright? He's full thinking. He's full.
You hear the message there. Rob Rimmer, do you want it? Do you want it? Trying to get his man Charlie Schofield going. You get the impression from both corners that they think it's close here.
I think they're right.
2 rounds to go.
Seems to be a new lease of life in Ellison. A new belief. That's why I think Schofield's corner just sensed that they needed to lift their man a little bit there. So they're asking, do you want it? They know that he's just got to keep doing what he's doing, trying to box at range. That's better from him, look.
Wonder how important Schofield's fitness might be. That was a terrific right uppercut there from Charlie Schofield. Nothing wrong with Mickey Ellison's fitness, but Schofield is notoriously fit. Look a bit ungainly at times, can't he, Mickey Ellison? Still manages to land that overhand right, enough though to keep Schofield interested.
Well, this type of contest, Dave, can test you not only physically but mentally as well, especially if you start to get tired a little bit and you've got a man just keeps coming forward in front of you, and that's why Schofield's corner mate just thought that they needed to lift their man a little bit and just to ask that question, look, you know, do you want this? And obviously, he's going to say, of course he does.
Good way of jolting him into action,
yeah,
though,
exactly.
isn't it?
Yeah, and he's come out, you know, and he's started this round pretty good indeed. Again, Ellison just keeps ploughing forward. 10 out of 10 for effort from Ellison. Schofield started the round better.
It's almost impossible to discourage Mickey Ellison. He didn't give him a job, he'd walk back in the interview time and again. He'd keep opening the door, he doesn't go away. Then the legs, did they just buckle again there from Ellison? Good work from Schofield, but back comes Ellison right to the body from him. It's another close round. It's another what do you like round. It's the work rate of Ellison that's keeping him in this. Peppering that jab now, Schofield. Final 30 seconds of round 9.
Gum Shield's come out again.
I wonder if he spat out the gum shield. I think he's got to be careful there, Ellison. Yeah, you don't want to be deducted a point in a fight as close as this. No, he's going to... That could be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, could well be. 2 or 3 times now the gum shield has come out. I think from both of them. And again, look at the urgency now from Schofield. Just give him an injection of pace there.
Left hook there from Ellison. Point deducted for spitting out the gum shield. I know it's come out a few times, but that was the first time you looked at it and thought he did that deliberately. A sign that he's tired as well.
Well, he's put so much into it, hasn't he? But Schofield was boxing so well at range here, controlling the distance well with those straight shots. Look at the gap between himself and Schofield. No head movement from Schofield. Sorry, from Ellison as he's coming forward, and Schofield just boxing well on the outside. Ellison trying to get to him. Just misses there with that right hand, just skims the target. With the jabs here from Schofield, keeping him at bay. 3s, 4s going in. Just maintaining that gap.
Tired, isn't he, Mickey Ellison? Given everything. Sure that Alex Matvienko has got him going for one final round, and I hope these two get a standing ovation inside this room. They deserve it. Are we going to have late drama? This round could, of course, be the deciding one. We don't know. One thing I do hope for Mickey Ellison's sake is he doesn't lose it by a point. Volume from Schofield, single shots really from Ellison. Time to give it everything, Richie.
Yeah, it's all on the line now, I think, especially for Ellison, with that point deducted, especially. We've got Schofield in front anyway, Dave, but nevertheless, that could be crucial, as you said.
Tired Mickey Ellison, pushing Schofield back, not allowed to do that. Little warning from Bill Edwards. Good left hand there from Ellison as Schofield pushed out the jab. And looking for the right to the top of the head there, Ellison. Where does he get the strength from?
Shot over the top, wasn't it, from Ellison? This is there.
Swinging hook, and Schofield doesn't miss. Is it just that quality and accuracy that's just going to take Schofield to the win here? Final minute and 15 seconds of what's been a richly entertaining fight. Terrific match as well.
Yeah, well matched, great match.
Due, yeah. Wouldn't mind seeing it again if we could at some point.
Ellison just will not be denied, just keeps coming forward. He's prepared to take a shot to try and land one. The better boxing from Schofield. Is there a gum shield come out again? Yeah.
Well, how's he going to see it this time? He's let him off. If it falls out again, he's going to lose another point here. Look how tired they both are. Schofield's fitness is impressive. Ellison's heart, even more so. Final 20 seconds. Which one of them's going to get a shot at that English super middleweight title? Almost pirouetting there, Ellison. They both left nothing in there. And it's going to go to Phil Edwards. And I hope they get to their feet here in Bolton. For Charlie Schofield and for Mickey Ellison. They embrace. What a scrap that was, Richie. You've got Schofield winning it, haven't you?
Yes, I have. I've got him probably 3 or 4 rounds up, to be quite honest. A lot of the rounds were close, and it's what you prefer. Some of those rounds might have gone the other way, but for me, the better quality work came from this man. Full credit to Ellison, 10 out of 10 for the effort, the desire, the passion to try and win the contest. But I just thought the better quality came from the Manchester man.
One of those, Richie, if it was 3 judges, you wouldn't be surprised if it was a split.
No, it's
Phil Edwards,
like I
just
said,
down to him.
Dave, it could be close, couldn't it? At that point could be crucial, as you say, but I've got Schofield winning it. But Ellison kept going right to the very end, believing he could win the contest. A little bit scrappy in the last round.
Well, Phil Edwards calls them to the centre of the ring. Let's get to Paul Booth and find out which way it's gone.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of super middleweight boxing, our scoring referee decides the contest. Phil Edwards has it at 95 points to 94 points in favour of the winner. From Darwin, Mickey Ellison!
Has got it! He went for the volume, he went for the heart, he went for the calm forward nature of the man from Darwin. And after losing his last fight by a single point and saying he wasn't going to lose on points again, he has won by a single point. Schofield smiles and gives him a hug, but he'll be distraught inside. Mickey Ellison gets it. He had a point deducted as well, remember. So Phil Edwards had him 2 rounds clear, but Ellison gets it, and he now can move on and fight for that English super middleweight title. Narrow decision win. Mickey Ellison with it. We'll hear from him, but we're going to take a short break first of all. Stay with us to hear from the super game, Mickey Ellison.
We are live on 5 Spike, and we have just seen a cracker in the super middleweight division here in Bolton between 2 local rivals. Charlie Schofield, Mickey Ellison, a back and forth fight. It had a lot of action, and we got the decision. It was close. It was very close. But referee Phil Edwards awarding it to the Darwin man, Mickey Ellison. And as our undercard fights continue here and all the action live on Spike tonight, we are joined by Mickey Ellison. First and foremost, congratulating on an impressive win in a grueling fight.
Yeah, cheers, mate. You know, it was tough in there, and I knew I just had to hang on, and my grit had pulled through and just stay in front of him, and keep going, and just dig in really and show a bit of heart, and that's what I did.
Mickey, did you feel that the rounds were close yourself?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I was enjoying it, and then I don't know what happened, but my gum shield kept coming out, and then I thought, I weren't happy about that, and then that put a bit of panic up me. But I think I showed enough grit, and I stayed in front of him, and did.
You certainly showed the desire, and you wanted to win that.
Yeah, it meant that was my world title fight. Do you know what I mean? So, we're 15-0, and I knew I had to be in front of him to stop him, and I wanted it more than anything. So,
did you feel that you had to push him back, get him back to the ropes?
Yeah, I knew I knew we were going to be sharp and fit and a mover, and just like educated pressure, staying in front of him and hopefully slowing him down and hitting the body and try to get to him that way.
All right, Mickey, well, let's have a look exactly how you did it. I'm sure you will watch this over and over again over the coming weeks. Your first time to see it, Richie, Mickey.
Well, let's have a look here now, round 3. You're actually trying to close that gap down. This was a great combination, double jab to the body, and you with the right hand over the top. Good attack from you there.
Yeah. I knew that he can be a bit lazy sometimes when he does throw the jab, the double jab, the triple jab, and he's got that side on style where he drops it down, so I knew I could stab him down and come over the top. But
he boxes very well at range, but you knew you had to get to him, and time again you kept pushing him back to the ropes.
Yeah, that was the plan, To be honest, we were hoping he'd retire a bit sooner than he did. He showed a good engine. He was fit and he kept coming, but you know, I think I did do enough to slow him down and get to his body. It weren't as clean as I'd have liked, but you know, it did the job.
It's the first time he was down at 12 stone as well. Do you think the weight was a factor that tired him later in the fight?
Well, he's a professional, so you know, you can't really moan about the weight. I know it's the first time he did it, but it's the same for me as well. And he's full time. I work as a joiner, so it's how you want to look at that.
And the points deduction at that point, were you worried? Did you feel you then had to put the foot on the pedal and press the action further?
Yeah, I knew with a point, and then when it went again, I thought we were going to get another tuck out there. I knew it were close, but I don't know. You just got to do what I'm doing and hopefully come through, which I did tonight. So.
Get to the dentist and get a proper gum shield fitted, yeah?
Yeah. I actually boiled that one this morning before that game, so I think I need to get a proper one now.
So you'll be back in the gym soon, because now you have the opportunity to fight for the vacant super middleweight title.
Yeah. Probably have a couple of days off. Depends, you know, where I'm working Monday. But I'll be back in the gym this week. Maybe Wednesday have a couple of days off with my family, my wife and my 2 boys, and then get back in and keep going.
All right, and what are your ambitions in this sport? You say you're a joiner. How far do you want to go as a pro?
I'll just take each fight as it comes. I mean, when I turned professional, there was no expectation of me even getting this far. So, you know, I've got the art and the desire, and I'll just keep going, and I'll fight anyone, and I'll just go as far as I can go. Give it what I can.
How big is it to have a name like Charlie Schofield on your record now?
Yeah. I mean, he was 15 as well. I believe I was his first, you know, real acid test tonight, and you know, he's not taking anything away from him. He was a good opponent, fit, strong. A lot of people said he can't punch, but he could tonight.
Tell us about the power. How did you feel it?
Yeah, he caught me with some good uppercuts early on, right up the middle. They shot me a bit, but other than that, I was enjoying the shots. You know, I probably took a little too many to get to him, but I knew that's what it was going to have to be like.
And tactically, did you have to change? Did you suddenly realise that you had to get up close to him?
No, that was the plan all along. My feet weren't moving, you know, as fast as I'd have liked them to tonight to get in and close him down, but like I say, I managed to grind out the win and get it done, so I'm over the moon with that.
Well, we wish you the very best of luck. Congratulations on your win tonight. Enjoy the few days off, and we look forward to seeing you back in the ring.
Thank you very much.